Hi, Budget Comics back again with another budget haul. We're going to start off with, I got another one of these really cheap. This is like $28. This is Machine Man, mini bus, Bowen mini bus with extendable arm. Very cool. Like I said, these don't go for a ton of money. I mean, they're not extremely collectible, but they're just really cool. If you like them on your shelf, you can see Abomination there. I have a little stash of them over here on my desk, but they're very, very cool. Next, I like to spotlight some cheap graphic novels. We're going to start with The Pulse. This is Volume 2. This is Secret War. This is kind of the epilogue to the Secret War story with early 2000s that introduced Daisy Johnson. Very cool story. Has a really good Wolverine and Luke Cage story. Also features a little bit of Night Nurse, which is going to be an upcoming series. So I think this was like $5 online with shipping. So, very cool. Next we have X-Men Millennial Visions. This is the 2000 edition. This is the first appearance of Nocturne, who was in the Exiles and things like that. Also just has some very cool artwork and stories on different versions of the X-Men, and with the Secret War thing happening, who knows which one of these will show up. It also has, even though it's not really Old Man Logan, it does have a kind of description of an Old Man Logan type character long before that book ever came out. So very, very cool book. $2-3. Next, I've shown this before, but I haven't seen it in many videos, and I just wanted to highlight again. I think I showed it probably 3, 4, or 5 months ago. Marvel Team Up number 55. This first appearance of the Gardener, who is in possession. I believe it's the Power Stone, but don't quote me on that. Just kind of appears, doesn't really talk much about it. But again, the Power Gem, I think this is the second gem to show up after Warlock's Soul Gem. So, for $2-3, if you're into the Infinity Gauntlet or thinking about the upcoming movies, very, very easy, cool book to have. Next, we have Legion number 90, number 16. This is the first appearance of Valor, and with the Convergent storyline happening, I like spotlighting maybe some characters that'll show up if you want to get on board, or maybe characters you just kind of forgot about. Valor had a series in the early 90s, was supposed to be kind of up and coming character, never really amounted to much. But a dollar book, very easy to grab. Next we have Ultimate Spider-Man number 28. This is the first appearance of kind of the mechanized Rhino idea, mechanized Rhino suit. So, that's probably going to be the Rhino we see come forward that was in the last Spider-Man movie. However those Spider-Man movies go, I don't know, but, for probably $1, $2 book, you can get it below cover price probably. Very cool, and always a good story with Bennett and Bagley this run, so very cool. Justice League Europe number 15. This is the first appearance of the Extremists, which is an alternate version of a team that kind of focuses on the Marvel superheroes. You have, let me think here. This guy is Magneto, Dr. Octopus, Sabretooth, Dr. Doom. I want to say Doorman used that guy, but I'd have to double check that. But anyway, they're DC Universe versions of Marvel's supervillains. So, again, with the Convergent storyline, who knows if that's going to take shape. Marvel Team Up, Spider-Man Hawkeye, 92. This is the first appearance of the third Mr. Fear. This is a $1 book. With the Daredevil series, if it gets extended, Mr. Fear is going to show up at some point in time. This is the cheapest one of the three. The one Brian Michael Bendis and I think it was Alex Malev focused on was actually that might have been the Ed Brubaker run. I'm sorry, Ed Brubaker run. was the Larry Cranston, which is the second Mr. Fear. He first appeared in Daredevil 88, but that's a little bit on the expensive side. It's going to cost you $5, $10, $15 for a good copy. This is a dollar bin book. Might just be one of those things you stash away. As I've said, I like to highlight some deaths. Here we have Weapon X number 5. This is the death of Maggot. Just one of those early 90s heroes that was kind of silly. His mutant power was having two metal-eating slugs. I think Sienna Blaze dies in this as well, who was a member of the first Exiles group in the Ultraverse. So a dollar book. I kind of went out of order here, didn't mean to. Power Pack number 12. The Morlocks are heating up, I think just because, who was it? Angel Dust appeared, got cast in the Deadpool movie, but I've seen some other Morlock books heating up. This is first appearance of just another group of Morlocks. Some of these appeared in the X-Men animated series, Piper, Annalee, Ape. Dollar book. If you're into the Morlocks, it won't be worth much, but it's one of those things if you're a completist and like to get all the first appearances, dollar book. Here's another book that I've seen go for $1. I got it, it says $3, but I think I ended up paying $2 for it. This is the Ray number 1. This is the first appearance of the second Ray. Again, one of these characters DC tried to push for a while. Cool character. Again, with this Convergence storyline, he may come back kind of in that 0 hour continuity timeline thing. Cool. It was a cool series too. Joe Quesada was the art on this, so very, very, very cool. Next we have New X-Men number 150. This is the, what do they call this, Day of Tomorrow. First appearance of that continuity with the older X-Men, alternate future X-Men. Again, with the Secret War coming up, who knows if these will show up. But again, this is, even though it's a part of the Grant Morrison run, and I believe this is the death again of Jean Grey. It's $2, $3. Another, couple cool books here. This is Avengers 223 Toy Biz reprint. I'm not into the reprints, but I love this issue. I showed the actual original issue earlier. If you have, I think this came with the Hawkeye toy. If you, Marvel Legends Hawkeye figure, if you happen to be at a garage sale or whatever, there's a good chance if in the spring you happen to see this, and probably a stack of comics. These things do seem to go for some money, and with Ant-Man and Hawkeye both being fairly popular characters now, and this cover just being so cool, and a chance to have a really white version of it, that it would be very hard to find in the original, maybe well worth the pickup. I don't know how much these go for. Again, this would be one of those stealth buy, ninja buys, whoever you listen to, however they say that. Just something to be looking for. Next we have What If Secret Wars. This was a $3 book. This is what if Dr. Doom kept the Beyonders' power, again, just with the Secret War thing. And these What If books are actually catching some heat. This was one of the series of one-shots. Features the Infinity Gauntlet as well. A cool cover. No one to crow about as far as the creative team goes. Another death, so to speak. Spider-Woman number 50. I've actually seen this back in the $2-3 range. One of these photo covers Marvel was trying to do in the early 80s. But this is Spider-Woman's back having her own series and everything, and might bring up some nostalgia if you're a Spider-Woman fan. This is one of those books to maybe grab hold of. Pretty good story. Little confusing if you didn't follow the series. But she basically gets wiped out of continuity at the end of the story. So, kind of cool. Another death. This is Death of Robert Kelly. This is a $2 book. X-Men 108. Again, everything's going to change, but these might be books. If you're an X-Men fan, you can probably get on the cheap now since continuity is changing. You know, it was a big book at the time. It has definitely cooled off now. Finally, my blue chip book. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 19. This is probably in VG shape. Has a little water spot on it, but the staples are still intact. The cover's still intact. All the pages are intact. The back cover's in decent shape. I got this for $20 online. And this is the first appearance of Mac Gargan. And this was not what do I want to say? This wasn't an auction. This was actually someone had a price for this much, and shipping was included. And it just goes to show certain characters are starting to cool off. And Mac Gargan becomes a Scorpion. And he's just one of these characters that I guess is kind of cooled off. But if you're an Amazing Spider-Man fan of this series, or just Spider-Man fan in general, for $20 to get a nice, decent copy of a classic Spider-Man character, you know, it's just awesome. So it just goes to show, while some books are going way out of control, I mean, for the price of Sleepwalker #1, you can get this for maybe just $5 more. You know, well worth grabbing. So that's all for now. Like if you like. I'm going to post again, and no matter what, bye.